Hey guys, and welcome to today's video where today we made hats for my geckos. For whatever reason, whenever I ask you guys what you want to see on my channel, geckos with hats always comes up, and I don't know why, but we're making it happen. Now before we get onto the video, I did just want to let you guys know I have finally released an interactive leopard gecko care guide ebook. It's available on leopardgeckomerch.com. I wrote it myself. It is 63 pages long if you don't include the front cover. It is packed full of information. Here is a contents page so you can sort of see what it's about. I've worked so hard on it and I'm just so proud that I actually got it finished. And yeah, if you want to check out leopardgeckomerch.com. Also, we have the new merch that I am wearing today, Life's Better with Geckos. We also have one without the leopard geckos. So if you do have a crested gecko and you agree with the message, you can also get one yourself. But back to the hats. So we got a 3D printer, and obviously the most logical thing would be to print mini hats for geckos. So that's what we did. I also have a couple bonus items I want to show you in this video, but we will start off with the hats. So the first one we chose to print was a top hat. Now I will leave links to the designs below because obviously other people created these, and if you do have a 3D printer yourself, you may want to print these too. We did have to scale a lot of them down a bit, but yeah, the first one was this top hat. Now, it would have been quite obvious to colour it in black, and I am using Sharpies, by the way, to colour this in, but I decided to go green and put shamrocks on it. I think I'm going to give this one to Diego, and Diego would like to acknowledge he is not Irish, but he is doing this for our Irish fans. Now in terms of like colouring these in, as I said, I'm using Sharpies. I have left them for a few days, so they definitely don't rub off and they don't smell, and I'm not going to leave them with my geckos or let my geckos lick them or anything. And the underside of the hats are completely clear, so no printing on my geckos, but this is how Diego got on with his top hat. Hi Diego! He's on top of his rock. He's probably about 1.5 feet off the ground, as you do. I've brought Diego out. I think it would be best to film these outside of their tanks just because I only film with the geckos in the evening when they're awake, and I don't like to put lights on in their tank during the evening, and it's not great for filming. So we will just try the hats on outside the tank. Wow, that is good. Luckily Diego has quite, you know, a sizable head. Can support a little hat like this. It's okay, I won't leave it on long, but I'm so sorry. Next up, we decided to do a witch's hat. I believe it's a witch's hat anyway. I did start to colour it in black, but then I started to add some metallic to it and I think it looked so much better. If you are a patron of mine, certain tiers on Patreon get like professionally printed letters and a photo of one of my geckos, and I always use my Sharpies and I try to use metallic ones for those letters. So using this on the 3D printed stuff, I'm slightly worried I've ruined my Sharpies, but it's totally worth it. And I think this hat we're going to try on Minnie. So this is Miss Minnie. For some reason she's been spending a lot more time in her cold hide, but it might be down to brumation. You might have noticed this with your own geckos. They'll just seek out cooler areas. I guess it's, you know, slowing down their body. She is still eating as usual, still got a great appetite, but yeah, just favouring the cold hide at the moment. I do occasionally move her to the warm hide, but always find her in the cold hide by the evening. This is her witch's hat that I had promised, so this looks like it's going to be quite big for her, and I don't know if she's going to stay in place, so. Oh, that is big. I don't want to disturb you. Maybe I'll hover it. There you go. Let's get you in focus. I'll hover it. I don't want to, this is lightweight, but I also don't want to distress my geckos, so maybe we're not going to put it on Minnie's head, but that is a really cool design. Next up, we have a crown. So I did just go ahead and colour this in sort of yellow and orange, a bit of bronze on there. And the gecko I'm going to try this on is Lyra here. So Lyra is a crowned crested gecko, and this just basically means she has a really big head. And it's so big, it's like 4 or 4.5 centimeters across at the widest point. So get yourself a ruler out, check 4 to 4.5 centimeters. That's how big her head is. We love it for her though. But she will be trying on this crown. Oh, that is like made for you. Now all of these, because they're made out of PLA, they're not heavy, although I don't want to leave them on the geckos very long. They're not heavy at all, they're very lightweight. But that one is literally like made to fit for her. Oh my God. Amazing. I'm someone who doesn't like to dress up my pets often, so I'm like, I don't want to encourage people to, like I don't want to like you to distress your pets or anything like that. And obviously this is just a few seconds, just popping a very lightweight plastic hat on, but you know, I don't want to like encourage people to stress out their animals, but it looks cool. Now for some quick bonus items that we've also made that aren't hats. So the first one is this calcium dish. It might look a bit dirty because Maui decided to bury it and I've just had to find it in his tank. But my boyfriend did just make this for him. I think it's based on a similar design as the Strudy's calcium dish, so this one's a little bit flatter and wider, and he also put Maui's name into this. We would like to do this for all the geckos and maybe do some different colours. I won't use Sharpie on anything that I will actually keep in the tank. I have heard though PLA is meant to be safe, and with anything like this I don't put it over the hot end. Although like 30 degrees is probably like quite a normal temperature that things will be exposed to. I don't think it's going to melt or anything, don't get me wrong. I never really know if when heated, are they going to like, is it going to release anything bad? I don't know. So I usually keep this sort of stuff on the cold side. But yeah, this is a calcium dish. And the second item is this. So this is a little planter that we found on the 3D printer website, which I will link here. And basically you put your plant in and you can water it and the water comes out at the bottom. My boyfriend is working on his own design of this, so it's a little more subtle. So this is sort of a built-in saucer and I thought it might work quite well in a naturalistic tank. And the final hat, I kind of want to be a surprise. So you can see it getting 3D printed and it won't look completely obvious at first because we did need to put some supports on it. So certain things when you're printing out, in order for them to work properly, they need supports. I'm acting like I know this. My boyfriend pretty much prints all of this. But this I think was the second attempt at this hat. So please bear with us. But can you tell what it is yet? It is in fact the alligator Loki little helmet, and I did see this in a TikTok. If you see me react to TikTok, someone printed one out. I don't know if they're the creator of the helmet, but it's awesome. So I figured we would give this to Gizmo, see how she gets on. Okay, I ended up getting Diego instead. Gizmo has this lovely bit of her hide that she will always be in. I always find her in there, but it takes a while sometimes to get her out. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Why does that look so good? Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. It's Loki. It's Diego Loki. Mate. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this quite different video. If you have any suggestions in terms of things you'd like to see me print, I think it's Thingiverse. I'm gonna put the website here. If you see something you're like, can you print that for your gecko, or can you print that for like, I don't know, feed it insects, or something you would find kind of handy to know if it's actually any good, let me know and I'll see what I can do. Maybe we can make another video. One random thing we did print, because there's so much ant stuff on there, which is amazing, but my boyfriend found the Game of Thrones throne and made it really small so it could go in with the ants, so it could be Liz's throne, although she doesn't leave the nest. So if you did want to know about my ants, they are still doing really well, but they will be going into hibernation soon. But yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions, and as I said, I will leave links below to all the hats that we printed, so if you have a 3D printer yourself, you can print them too. But yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe. But thank you for watching, guys, and goodbye.